What's up, everybody? Here, dropping more knowledge, jiu-jitsu techniques that actually work. Right now it's nogi, but it will be gi nogi. Wouldn't matter. Okay. I'm going to do today the shin on shin, and we're gonna go into single leg X, and we're gonna drop the person. Okay. Before we did single leg X, when we did a heel hook variation, this time we're just gonna drop them straight back. Okay, just to get a simple sweep. That's all we're doing. There's nothing amazing about it. It's very fundamental, but it's super important to know. This will make every flashy move awesome. Okay, so I have JW up. I'm monitoring my space. Always monitoring my space. This is one of the most important things. It's underrated. I don't want to fall on his terms. I want to fall on my terms, and I want to attack on my terms. So I'm monitoring my space. So if he starts leaning over, I'm getting here. Okay. I'm also waiting for an opportunity to grab a hand. Wrist control. 2-on-1. 2-on-1 down's okay. Really, I just like gripping towards me. Anything like this is fine. But sometimes it's here. This is fine. This is enough for me to just pull with my lat muscles, and then whatever side he pulls, I follow him with. Okay? And right now he's doing it relaxed, but most of the time people aggressively do it. So like me here, if me and JW are really rolling, which happens all the time, he's aggressively gonna like yank it back. Yeah, like that. And he's like, sometimes they'll even like yank it hard, right? As long as you stay contracted, go ahead. I'm gonna get close, right? And that's the moment I'm looking for. If you don't, if you spaz out or you like freak out while they do this or do anything like this, I'm gonna lose it. So we're here, monitoring my space, paying attention, looking at him. I grip something, I pull, I get the shin on shin, okay? Just like in the other video that's been dropped, okay? We're hooking with the instep, we're making sure it's super tight, and I'm making sure that I want his knee, right, to be bent into me. Now, I'm gonna reach with my far hand if I'm too far, and then scoop myself close. If I'm close enough, I can just go around, hook in the elbow. With no gap for the underhook, my hand, this is alternative preference, my hand can go behind the knee, and I want to bring my shoulder and my chest forward to turn on my pectoral muscle. What it does is it pulls my elbow in and it closes the space in which he needs to underhook, okay? Now, we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna go hooking, and I'm going to tip him, but this time I will fall to my side all the way. I will not fall to my elbow. I will pull the knee to me, okay? So to me, tip him, and I want this knee, if I wanted to come for a sweep, I would want it in. If I want it out for single leg X, I want to pull it to the outside while my shin slips over to the hip line. Okay? There you go. So, get to here, hooking, catching. Once we're here, I grip, I fall to my side, I point the knee inward as much as I can, but probably he's going to try to point it outward. He's not going to want it. And that's okay that he points it outward, because as he does this, I'm going to let it slide to my hip and raise my hips up. My shoulders are my anchor. So my anchor for my shoulders is pushing my hips up, and there's continuous contraction on him. If I relax my shoulders, I will not have the same type of power to put him down, especially somebody as strong as JW, right? So when I'm up, I'm here. Now, I don't want to be to the side. I actually want to be as square as I can with his knee line, okay? So his knee is in front of my groin, shoulders up, and all I want to do, and this is just like the heel hook variation, is I want to push him down. Right now we're just going to go with just a simple sweep to push him down. If I wanted to do a heel hook, I would wait for him to try to base. But essentially, I'm up, extension, straight down. So I'm hyperextending his leg, I'm raising his foot off the ground when I raise my hips up, and then I don't let his foot hit the ground, hyperextend it, and then we're in territory to do reaps, okay? We can do ankle locks, we can do heel hooks, we can go Z-lock, we can go a bunch of things, okay? That's not the core of what I'm trying to show. What I'm trying to show is just how to put somebody down, okay? So, inside, grip here, I walk through, I hook, I'm close or I'm not close. If I'm not close, arm goes through. If I'm close, I can go right away. I cut a little bit of an angle, I keep my hook tight as can be. My arm is going all the way through, knee to my chest, or my hand behind the knee, the elbow inside, puffing my chest out. Instep is always flexing. I want to go for a sweep. I want to kick him up. When I do, I want to pull his knee onto me. I want to load his weight onto me and then guide the weight over my shoulder. So I want to go here, let it slide to the hip line and raise my hip up, right? And this is super important to note. When I pull him on top of me, I don't want this weight to stay on top of me, right? I want it to be on me, away, on me, away. So if it was on me, I would go kicking. Okay, the weight's here, but now the weight's on his hands. Okay, he puts the weight on me now, it goes to the side. It doesn't stay on me. So it's super important that if you do that, you're gonna bring all gravity on you and it'll be easier for him to get a pass. Now, we're here. I want you can still contract your back so you can raise your hips and then straight back down. And then we get here, easy sweep. Okay. One time. Gripping, hooking, catching, through. Modified grip, or all the way through. Hooking instep, nice and tight. Here, weight's coming on me, and I'm gonna redirect it. Okay, so I'm here, here, up, down. Through. Elbow inside. Okay, hooking here, instead, kicking up. At the same time I go, weight is here, I come up. Okay, if the knee starts pointing out, I'm gonna let my leg slide through and I'm gonna raise my hip, guide up. Contract back, straight back to the ground. Easy sweep coming up. So, key notes and details. Okay, we are ripping, I'm walking, I'm monitoring my space. I hook the nearest leg I can get to. If I'm far enough, okay, if I'm too far, I will grab the opposite hand of, I'll grab with the opposite hand of my shin. Pull myself in. Have a little bit of an angle cut. My arm go all the way deep, quick at the elbow, or hand behind the knee, elbow inside, pectoral muscle on, so that there's no underhook. When I go to bump him, if I want to go, my elbow come up for a sweep, it's easier, right? His knee's internally rotated, right? The weight comes onto me for a second, but I want the weight to be distributed through some type of his body. So it's either to his hands, like a simple sweep, like we did in our last video, or I let his leg with his knee externally rotated point out, and I let it fall to my hip line while I shoot my legs up. When I shoot my legs up, I don't relax. I arc my back like it's what's gonna hold the structure up to create power, and then it's straight down to the mat. Okay, they should feel like they hyperextend. It is not the same as throwing the person up into my right. So this is good to know when you're here. It's not the same as going up and to my right. It's different. It's not what I'm doing. Same principles. It's not wrong, but I want to extend up and then straight back. Hyperextension of his knee. Coming up, getting inches for single leg X, reaps, or at its core, you're just getting a basic simple sweep, right? And so fundamentally, we want to be good at Shin and Shin and have at least one move where we isolate the single leg X and then we can drop into the mat. Whatever you want to add on to it is at your own leisure, right? Otherwise, all I want you to do is have the same controls: monitoring space, tension, hooking, getting close, preference of which grip you like, loading the weight on the right side, not leaving it on top of you, moving the weight at the right time, and then hyperextension of his leg to get a very, very simple sweep. All right. If you like the content, please like and subscribe. More subscriptions are going to mean that I'm going to be more enticed to drop awesome, amazing things, okay? Again, jiu-jitsu techniques that actually work, right? Not just showing you why it like moves or does this, but it actually works.